So in continuation of what I was just reading, excerpt from Karen Bishop's website and weekly letter that she sends out. Where was I? She says, of course, and as always, we are progressing with the spiritual ascension process that unfolds and reveals itself in ways that we would have never imagined until they are directly upon us. And as always, it is precisely the option of free choice that creates what kind of experience the planet will have as she continues to morph and mold herself into new and vibrant home for a very new reality. In these ways, even though so much is coming to a final ending, it is our spiritual evolutionary process that is in tandem with it all, creating new individuals that will learn and evolve into higher vibrating beings who will naturally find themselves right where they need to be, and precisely who and what they need to be as well. As has happened so many times thus far with this one-of-a-kind experience, the plan has again changed, or at least been remolded into something that fits with the current unfolding of free will choices and ways the planet and her inhabitants have chosen to experience this massive shift. Fear and self-preservation have created a massive experience of separation. We are simply not seeing one another, and so beginning any new creations with others at a much higher level vibration will stay intact during the end of the end, as has been drastically delayed now. In this way, we are now being encouraged to lay low, so to speak, and to open to new spaces that are much more subtle, gentle, easy, light, and they do not hold any kind of big and dramatic space. This adjustment to a higher level plan will manifest in a variety of ways. We may find ourselves working for others with a secure salary instead of being self-employed. We may find ourselves in roles that are simply centered and simple, with no agenda or no plan. We may find that we do not need to do anything, but now simply enjoy where we are, and as we very subtly and purely are now meant to be who we have always been at our truest and highest levels. Things will be much quieter as we stay in the eye of the storm. We will not be creating anything new. We are being removed from harm's way. We may feel that we are going back into the old or back into the mainstream, but what is occurring is that we are going back to the basics. So much, including electronics, for instance, has gone as far as it can go, to the point where it has lost its original and pristine intent, including the New Age movement as well, and now must come to a final end. In addition, we are going back to what feels like the mainstream because we are anchoring into the new earth, and it is very here. So that she goes on, there's still more. It's just basically saying that in this new reality that we're creating, and she said in previous times, the new earth is here, and I really feel at times that it is. I saw this picture in one of the many sites that I've been going through in the last few weeks, and I saw what she had been talking about, how the old earth is splitting from the new earth, the new reality really is being created, and it showed the image of the earth in space, and it showed another earth kind of superimposed maybe halfway over the other earth, and so there were these two spheres that were pulling apart from each other. And to me, that's when it just clicked that, you know, this separation really is happening, and it's happening now. It's not sometime in the future. We are creating this now. And so for any of you that are frustrated or feeling like you're not getting where you need to be in your meditations or astral projections or whatever you want to call it, we're all right where we need to be. And I know I've said this before, but I want it to click in your heads that it is not about what we do. We are here. We are the light. We've chosen this path. That is the most important thing. And that in itself is waking up. And so it's so important not to create the vibration of frustration or fear or anything negative. Keep your energies in the heart, keep them positive, keep them in the light. And anything that you do as far as waking up beyond this point is just icing on the cake. We're all already there. We're going to get where we're going. That's a given. We are the light workers. Any of us out there that are showing the way and have chosen to be here at this time, we've done this before. We can do it again. It's already in our programming, so to speak. And so, yes, keep up with raising your vibrations every single day. Keep clearing your space. I talked about that a couple of videos ago, and it came up in one of the Galactic Federation videos today, how it's so important to just keep clearing out your old energies, making sure you're not picking up and carrying with you other people's junk, because we do that as light workers. We take on other people's stuff, and it can be very heavy. And so the more you keep clearing out your space, use your crystals, use your essential oils, use your smudging, use the purple light meditation, whatever you're drawn to, just make sure that you're clearing and then you're raising your vibrations with whatever technique you use. Meditations, chanting, mantras, whatever. I've really enjoyed recently using the pranic meditations. I apologize, I didn't have my playlist showing before, and I didn't know how to use all this junk on YouTube, but I think I finally got it. The playlists are up and running, so the Robert Bruce stuff is there. I've got some Ascension tidbits. I've got pranic meditations now favorited in my favorites, not my playlists. So check out some of those if you want to. If any of that helps, that's wonderful. But just keep doing what you're doing, and then, honestly, it'll come. And those of us that know, when we relax is when things happen. Ask for your guides to help you. Ask them to guide you through this process, and they do, and they will. And that's when, when you just relax and let yourself just follow the path that you're already on, that's when things happen. So yeah, that's what I have to say today. There were a couple other sites that are not coming to mind at the moment, but I'll let you know as I keep finding them, and everybody else keeps sharing, and that's why we're here. Just keep getting the message out, and we'll all get there together. I love you all very much. You are my family, and I can't even express what that even means to me. Maybe someday I'll go into more depth. I talked a little bit about it in one of my first videos, that I don't have my physical family that I was born into in this lifetime around me anymore. And so just to have been in hiding for so long spiritually, and just really wrapping myself in the safety of my own bubble, so to speak, just to have the family around me now is really the most incredible thing. So when I say I love you, I really mean it, and it's nothing like I've ever experienced before, and I don't want to sound like some new agey or cult like ridiculousness. That's not what this is about. It's the most real thing that I've ever felt. So I love you, and just continue being who you are, being the light and showing the way. Namaste.